Alright, guys. Another demo review. You guys seem to like the last one, so I might do this one. So I picked FaZe against Heroics. This game is the first round of the Legend stage, like you know, anticipated game. Like it is the best game of the first stage, together with G2 and Vitality that we covered in the first review. So let's get started. Let's see what happened. You're gonna see like I think this is the game Heroic won 16-7. So it was a pretty one-sided game. Let's see what FaZe did wrong and what Heroic did well and how the game panned out. We're starting. 2 sets of nades. Broken Kerrigan. There is no P250s, just Glocks. A lot of early control of the alt middle. You notice that they are not doing anything in let's do it like this. They're not like swinging here. They're just waiting here and they're going fast there. So in case they're pushing down, the cities are pushing down, like Heroic is known to do. Like they usually push down sometimes on the pistols. So they can always back off and they have flashes to help with these guys just swinging and maybe, take this space if they're pushing so they can reorganize in case they actually went here and try to get control of banana. CTs push down and they're trapped and these people cannot help them and it's much easier for Heroic to win this round, so I decided to stay here, which is a good idea. No pushes, the cities are set up in a pretty default way with a couple of grenades themselves, no kit though. And the round so far is good for FaZe because there is a lot of ground for little amount of money, a little amount of time, sorry. And yeah, it looks so good so far. Kerrigan is gonna flash them. Okay, this is the... They're taking bracket. It seems like an A hit without any stopping, I guess. As soon as you get in here, you just want to execute because you don't want to fake anything. Just want to go in. Flashes are coming in. They're running into the site. And they're in. I mean, it's when something like this happens, right? It's very hard for the CTs to actually win this round because 2 people in pit were here and here. They got no kills to begin with. So the T's are in the side. They managed even to cross here and get into graveyard. One guy is in holes, that's Robs, and they're just surrounded from every side. These 2 people who died from long, they tried to help them, but it was very difficult. Most 9 out of 10 times FaZe win that kind of situation, so it's a little bit of a bad round for Heroic considering the positioning. And they didn't get any kills when the T's are opening the site, so it was very hard for them to win this. So it's overall good round for FaZe. Let's see what happens here. Do I have demo index? Demo index 1. Yeah, okay, it's good. I don't want any kind of delays when I'm switching the rounds and stuff. The anti-force, the Heroic guys bought. Cadian saved 100 for the op. Again, reason why you see FaZe positioned like this, 3 guys in the pit, because the meta was or used to be, or many teams do, they buy the MP9s and they just get the flash and charge down, try to surprise the CT. So this is just a counterplay to that. Twist is like controlling banana a little bit if he can, and then 3 people are just waiting for that kind of push. Robs is waiting here on the bridge if somebody swings or they try to kill him there. So it's a very anti-push play. So overall, I don't mind it. It's a decent thing to counter the aggression from the cities. That does happen a lot. If you watch the games from the tier 2 teams, they tend to do this quite a bit. Good banana control so far. Now at this point, what you want to do if you are FaZe, right? And you already have 5 people here, right? Robs doesn't need to watch this. He doesn't need to be here. He can just go to this spot because he has a flash, and that's all you need. One flash. People from here, they will throw a smoke for the CT and maybe additional flash off this wall to just bounce back if somebody's on the boost or somebody's like on top triple or something, so you can catch them as well. So if I'm the IGL, if I'm the coach in these situations, I would definitely recommend that you go immediately. Brocky doesn't need to be here, he just needs to be with them. Robs does the flash and you go in, because you get all this space very early on. It's 125, you can see this. It's 125, there is no smokes at all here, so you just want to use that against them. Obviously they don't know if there is 1, 2 or 3 or 4 players here, but you have the opportunity and you should take it. Even when there is like a majority of the players there, you might take this round simply because of that surprise. Let's see what they do. They're waiting quite a bit and they're going in. And see, this is the good idea. Like, they did it kind of what I thought they would, and they should. Let's see how that looks like from this. Yeah, not many grenades. A little bit of a problematic entrance entering to the site. Like, they are too slow. You see, usually, well, I'm gonna rewind here again, so you can see it. Like, usually when you get into this position, you want to start running in. You start running in, the first 2 guys are running into here, the 3rd guy is climbing up, and then you try to, you know, get into the site. Obviously, the first 2 guys who are running, they're clearing the site. You see how they got in? Kerrigan is in first, the team is not following. Rain is just waiting to the smoke, Twist is walking in, and then he is trying to take pit. Broke is a little bit delayed, and Robs is watching flank. So this could be punished. Luckily, there was nobody in the site, nobody on top second with an MP9 or something like that, top first with an MP9, or any grenades coming in, or it was a little bit lucky. The call was good, but the execution wasn't so good. But they got the round anyway, and they got the pistols from them as well. This is just a full-on pistol round. We don't need to see this. Let's see what they call in the first gun round. Ops everywhere. Full utility for both teams. 5 mollies, 9 flashes. Early banana smoke. Okay, wait. Oh, okay. Did you see what happened here? They smoked this corner right here, so they can actually, you know, clear with the nades and the flashes, so nobody peeks them here. That's a brave thing to do. Let's see what. Okay, this is the spawn from Twist. It's not great, but you know, it's good enough, I guess, to do the move. Usually when you want to do this, you want to keep whoever is on banana occupied for a few more seconds, right? And you see them like climbing up into bracket. Try to surprise them. Shush gets a double and they lose. Let's see how they executed this part from the Shush's perspective. Now, the idea to do this, let's go over it once again. The idea to do this is basically you smoke this off. Right, let's say that the CTs are starting with 2, sometimes even with 3 people here. Now this time they started with 2, but if they started with 3, it would be much easier for FaZe to come in here and just, you know, win the round right there, win the trades and get into a decent position. Even a 2v3 on this A site is pretty good if you have the players like Robs and Twists and whatever, right? Brock, it doesn't really matter. So the idea is to smoke this, get a little bit of control, so whoever is staying here on banana, on the CTs, can be occupied additional 5 to 10 seconds, so you can execute what they try to do. But let's see how that looked from the Shush's perspective, who killed them both. So he is in rain. Flash. Now the mistake here is obviously the fact that they didn't go in together. Either Kerrigan was too fast for his team. I'm gonna try to pause. Let's see if I can do it like this for you guys. So basically, look at this. The flash comes in, and look at look at how they are spread apart. Like Kerrigan is here, Rain is there, Robs is all the way here, Broke is all the way there. Now I understand they used some grenades, but at least Rain should be close with them, close with Kerrigan. Now, these two things happened here, probably. One of the two things. Either Kerrigan was too fast, so he ran in front of Rain, but Rain couldn't catch him, or Rain was too slow. Now, obviously, I don't have the comms, and I don't understand, like, who was late or who was, you know, fast. But one of those two people kind of have the responsibility for this. I'm gonna go back again because it's kind of worth watching for you to understand how spacing works in Counter-Strike on a high level, right? And some of the mistakes that kind of loses you the rounds, right? This thing lost them the round. Let's go Shush again. I want to see who is throwing what, because let's see where Kerrigan is. Robs, is he throwing anything in this round? You see, even Robs was delayed. Like, he needs to be closer. I'm gonna show you where he needs to be in this kind of execute, right? Now you can see where Kerrigan is. How do I? He needs to be like here. When they get the flash, he just needs to swing. And Ray needs to be like close here, maybe like from this side, and he just needs to swing so he can trade. He can trade shares. So that's a mistake from FaZe. The idea was good, the call was perfect, nearly perfect, and the execution was just terrible. And now they're forced to save. I wanna see this once more. Maybe from this perspective, like you can see it from this perspective here, how delayed they were. Like, this is Kerrigan, they get the flash. Kerrigan is looking left, right, but you see that it's very delayed, and Brokey is just left alone. Twist can't do anything because he was on banana. The round is over. So yeah, there you go. Those are mistakes on the basic level. Those are called basics. You need to have them down before you wanna, you know, get into some sort of high level Counter-Strike. Like, if you are rewatching this demo, you need to. This is the thing that you fix. Get a little bit of a banana control. Oh, that was supposed to be a kill. Let's see what happens. Robs is defensive. That's fine. Nothing really crazy going on. They decided to be super defensive on the alt middle while they work on banana. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't understand this molly, but okay. I feel like he threw it just to fake control, I assume. And Robs is coming back. And this is supposed to be a B hit. Now let's see what happens here. Now, let's see. The idea, the call was to go back to fake control, to get some banana control at the beginning, right here. Like, waste some utility from the CTs, get some pressure on, fake control on holes, and then come back to execute B. And the setup for the CTs was a bit strange. I mean, I get it a little bit. Let's see how he stands. I think he stands so he can see the little gap. Yeah, so basically you can see the little gap. I don't know if I can see it on the... Like, there is a little gap that he's aiming left in the middle of the sandbags. You obviously know what it is. So when somebody's walking in, you see him, and then you shoot, and then the guy who is next to you, who is gonna be there in the corner, he's gonna be swinging. The idea, I don't know what Cadian is doing because he doesn't have a flash. Usually he would want to get a flash or something. He's just standing in the back and trying to kind of be the third person there. So you see Tessus is there, ready to swing. They're coming in, and then Cadian is just watching. He's smoking, so he can then, like, he can sell it better. But they get the molly, he swings, and he dies. Now, this is not a bad setup by Heroic. If there was like a 2 people coming into banana, they would probably win it. If there was not a molly for sandbags, they would probably win this. and you know, FaZe had a perfect play for their setup. So it's not more of a heroic mistake. It was just a good call from FaZe in the mid round, and they're probably gonna run into B now. KD is this all alone. He doesn't have any nades. He only has an AWP, and I do believe he's going to, yeah, he's gonna try some crazy play here. And Brocky just turns around and kills. Yeah, and they have to save this one. So the call was good from FaZe, and it was just unfortunate that they were like ran into just exactly in the setup. I mean, fortunate for them, but unfortunate for Heroic that that play was made when they had that kind of setup. So this is some sort of a half buy, I believe. Let's see what they do here. Classic B aggression with the smoke molly, couple of flashes. Like we call this Astralis. When you throw like let's get it back. I'm gonna go with God's Eye so you understand what happened if I don't fuck up like this. Let's do it again. So let's do the God's Eye. So you can see, like, you know, the smoke, the molly is put out. They have to put out the smoke with the molly with the smoke. They charge down, get a couple of flashes from Cadian, and they take banana. And this is a good call because you have 2 guns and 3 pistols. You want to make something work with those 2 guns. And the positive side on this one is that you gain control of banana. Obviously, you get the opening kill, but you lost pretty much all of your utility. You have a couple of smokes, and you kind of played your play, right? Now you have to fall back and make the right call. Usually what I would call in this situation is a fight for bracket, right? Fight for top middle right here, because we have those 2 guns. Tessus stayed with a smoke. He can control the banana for another 30 seconds before they, you know, actually go back to him. So he can either re-smoke this and buy 15 to 24 more seconds for himself, or when he spots them, he can just go back and smoke this, right? So that's on him, pretty much how he wants to play it. But I would probably send Yabi somewhere here, and then Stam will probably be there and try to defend top middle. So if FaZe wants to do something, they have to do it either through Holes Pop, which is gonna be 50% that they're gonna do that, and or they're gonna do bracket take into coming back into banana. So definitely a call from me would be to stack bracket. Let's see what they do. They kind of have a setup at long, but they want to fight it. This is not a bad call. You just don't need to smoke at all. You need to just let them go there. So Yabi is going to the side. Stam is moving back to the pit. Now, this is what I'm not really a big fan of, because you are kind of relieving control of the bracket. If we go back and we see like what FaZe did. Now FaZe decided to go bracket, right? They decided to fake it, and if Heroic stayed and done what, you know, we talked about, they would probably get another kill, or maybe even 2, right? And or if they don't get the kill, they would probably get the information. If somebody was right here, yeah, they're coming back to B, that would signal Tessus to save his smoke and not throw it on the half wall, but throw it right here. And that's what he does. And this is another problem for... Tessus played this well, but this is another problem for FaZe. This is same thing that happened in the first gun round, if you remember, right? I'm gonna go back. So they're coming back here. And look at the spacing. Like, now, at this point, they're all close to each other. Carrigan speeds up, but the other people are staying. So Carrigan decides to use the flash they got, and the other people are staying behind the smoke. I'm gonna go back one more time so you can actually understand that mistake there. It's quite obvious what's going on, and that's the second time so far that this this has happened, that Kerrigan is too fast or his team is too slow. Now, I don't know what is it. Well, I missed it again, so I'm gonna go it one more time, guys. Sorry about that one. So they got a kill, they're coming back. I'm gonna play this now. I'm gonna put it right here so you can understand how spacing worked at the beginning of Banana, right? They're deciding to come back. They're close to each other right now. Like, they're super close to each other right now. Look at them. 4 of them are next to each other. So if they started running, when Kerrigan started running, they would probably be in a position to jump in together with him into the side and win the round themselves. So look at this. They see Tessus. Okay, he called it. Where is this? Like, who is this? So why is Rops in this spot? And why is he not close to Rain? Why is he not close to Kerrigan? He's just watching the same angle that Brocky is watching. It just makes no sense. Anyway, see? I'm gonna follow them right here. Spacing is completely off. Rain is spamming through the smoke. Kerrigan dies for nothing. They decide to stay and get spammed. Now KDN is back and the round is over. And that's another mistake. The same thing they made in the first gun round. This thing makes you wonder what the hell are they doing on practice. Like, how is this thing not fixed? How is this thing not, like, polished when you come into the major? I can see this happening in the tier 2 scene, tier 3 scene, but in tier 1 it should never be a thing. This is what comes back to the, you know, to the coaching, to the structure, to the processes, to the assistant coaches, to all these things, right? Well, anyway, let's focus on the game. 4-2, another important round. Full-on Banana control, so they're not giving it up this time. They're fighting super aggressive. Another close smoke. Molly, so they got control of top Banana on 137, which is pretty good. Now Heroic rotates with 4 people to try to do something and try to counter that, but FaZe is backing off, which is a smart call. Meaning, obviously they don't know, but from what we see, it was a smart call. Let's see what they call here. So we have a retake of Banana, and they get the kill. Now, if I'm the IGL right now, considering the positioning right here, I am calling immediately to go into the side through short whenever this smoke fades. Twist doesn't need to be here. That's another problem. He needs to be next to Brokey. He needs to be next to Rain. He doesn't need to watch this lane. They already got the kill. And even if somebody started flanking them, like, that's not gonna make any difference because the call has already been made. They're sticking to this call. And this guy who is rotating from the flank, he's gonna be useless by the time you get into the site. And if they rotate from CT, he's not gonna be there anyway. So Twist doesn't need to be there whatsoever. He needs to just join them and he needs to go in short. So if I'm FaZe right now, Robs, obviously he's playing careful here because he doesn't need to overextend. Maybe somebody's waiting for him here, so he doesn't need to throw away his life. It's a wise thing that he's waiting here, but he needs to pick the right moment to go in, right? So let's see what happens. So he's going slowly. They're waiting for the smoke. There is no flanks. They're waiting. There's 2 people on A. And they start running in. And now you can see what happens when they start running in together. Now this is the difference, right? This is the difference. I'm gonna go again and show you one more time. You remember how we discussed, like, how Kerrigan was fast in bracket, how Kerrigan was fast in Banana? And now look at the difference, how they enter the site when they're doing it properly and how trades happen when you do things properly. So smoke is fading. Kerrigan runs in. People are next to him. And they're going in together. Like, you know, even Robs is on the right spot. And they take over the site quite easily. This is an easy round. So this is the basic done right. Call was right. And the round is there. That's just the way it is. Somehow there's a lot of money on heroic. I don't know how they keep buying, but they decide to go with 3 banana. This is a aggression from Canyon. We call that device move, but it was countered by no mollies and flashes from FaZe. They try to get like brute force towards banana, but they don't get anything. They don't really get anything, and now they back off. Tessus is left with smoke, and they gamble. I mean, at the end they got banana, and they still have smoke and a molly on Tessus. Now they need to. There is 2 options what you can do here as a CT, right? You can either play aggressive here under the porch, long, and 1 guy towards the barrel so he can spot this, right? If they do something from holes, or you just let them take bracket, and you position yourself pit, graveyard, long, and probably site, and just defend site like that. I'm always advocating for the first one. I don't like defending from the side unless the team is bad in the finishing rounds, in the finishing part of the round, so you can position yourself there. Now, if the team is good in like trading, if team is good with the flashes in bracket, then you want to avoid it. But it's just a preference right there. Now, FaZe is, they kind of don't know what to do right now. They don't have banana and they don't have holes yet, and it's only 1 minute left. That's always a problem because it kind of delays your call and it delays what you want to do. So they're faking bracket take, which can work, and they're going back towards banana, but you know, Tessus uses whole smoke, so he bought themselves another 15 seconds on that stack on A. And you can see Stam is trying to get back. He has a smoke and a flash, so he can help on B as well, but there is a molly still for heroic. And now they're trying to get it. Now they're trying to get in, and this is a problem that I told you, that delays your call. Like the fact that you don't have banana, you don't have holes for that such a long time, kind of delays your call and kind of puts you in a very tough spot. And then we have Kerrigan doing a crazy thing, which I am completely. Let's see how that looked like from Cadian's perspective, right? I think he's the one who killed them. So basically, you can see this there in bracket. They use a bunch of the grenades. They still. Oh my god, man! I fast forwarded at the wrong possible time. So basically they are just trying to get into bracket here. And the idea, now listen, if you are, before we go into this, if you are FaZe and you got denied banana, you ignored banana, you gamble, there is not 4 players on A. You need to have one of the set pieces here. Now, you cannot really just flash yourself in here and try to run in there, because most of the times you're going to end up in a crossfire from side, pit, graveyard, balcony, whatever, double pit or whatever it is. And you're going to end up dying 7, 8 out of 10 times, right? Simply because this is high-skilled players that are going to hit their shots. Usually you would have some sort of a set piece that you want to use. This is something that you do in practice, that your coaching staff doing for you, or whatever. IGL doesn't matter. Most teams in the past, they used to smoke this, and they just flash sight and then swing here. So they would smoke that, and then you can flash here and just try to clear this area, get into the pit, and then clear the site. But, you know, that's not the only solution, but that's something that teams used to do. But let's see what happens here with FaZe. I don't know what Kerrigan was thinking here. That's another death. That's the 3rd death from Kerrigan, that he was in front of his team. And obviously, I don't have the comps. I don't know what happened. At this point, the round might be, you know, pretty much over, because we have so many players on A. And I can't really like deal with this. So it's just a bad call, and actually no bad call from FaZe, you know, bad call from FaZe, bad death from Kerrigan. It's just they made a lot of mistakes here, but not controlling banana, not trying to go for banana. They gambled a little bit. Kerrigan died for nothing, and the round was over. Now they have no money. Their money is very, very limited, and I want to see what they call here. Twist is going for some sort of slow banana control. Usually when you have a buy that's like this, it's either B pop or holes pop. Now, let's see what happens in holes. They're getting control. They kept the 2 people on B so far, but you can see everybody's rotating. Even Yabi is rotating to A again. That's the second time in a row they're going for A, and it's very difficult right now for FaZe to win this round, right? So they ended up. Oh my God, he was team flashed, I think. So they ended up with the holes pop, and again Kerrigan was faster than his team. That's the 4th time. So the idea here is to, the way I understood it, is to throw a couple of smokes, make them think that you're going long or taking bracket while you're exploding holes. See how that looked like from this perspective. So 2 flashes. It wasn't coordinated properly. The idea is good. I don't mind the idea. The idea is fine. I want to know what flashed Kerrigan. He flashed himself. I don't know what flashed him. But anyway, the idea was fine, but the execution was super slow. Let's do it one more time to see like how that looked like from this perspective. So they had a proper idea. Kerrigan is gonna go towards boiler. Twist is there with the flashes. Okay, still so far so good. It's a missed flash from someone. I think it was Rob's. The execution was bad. You see the Kerrigan was again. I want to go do it again because I want to see like what the hell happened here. I feel like Kerrigan doesn't need to jump out. He'll jump out fully flashed from something. And maybe you could just shoulder pick here just a little bit, you know, take the attention so they can just jump out. But overall, a bad execution, but the idea was decent. Now they go eco. We don't want to see that. This is the timeout from FaZe, and let's see what they buy. They buy 5 AKs, and they have. This is I see a problem right here with this. So basically, you have 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, and then you buy all the things that you need. Robs has no flashes, Raid has 1 flash, and you have total of 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 flashes total, right? If I'm seeing this right. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4 flashes. Coming into the gun round on Inferno. So you need to do something really fast or something all together with 1 flash. So they're gonna use 1. So you're gonna use the second one? They already used the second one somewhere else. So it's 131. You have no control. You have banana half control, kinda. You still don't have top banana right here, so they might be here. So you need to flash that, nade that, molly that, whatever. You don't have this control. You don't have anything, and you need to enter the site in any way. So this is gonna be a super difficult round for FaZe unless Heroic makes mistakes. So let's see how this thing pans out. 2 flashes left and 125 on the clock. They have no banana. So how do you do this? Now even this is even smoked. So basically, if you want to control this area, you need to use at least one of those 2 flashes, which will leave you with only 1 flash left in whatever it is that you want to do. So you need to commit more people. When this happens, it's not like you are without solutions when this happens, right? You just need to commit more people and just disregard the lurks and, you know, try to like brute force somewhere together with that only flash and try to get a decent trade so you can win the round right there. So they used flashes and now they have 0. So let me pause right here. So there is no bracket control, there is banana control, which is fair enough. And now the question, how do you get into the site? You get into the site by getting a good shot on someone or somebody making a mistake. So this is two options. I don't know if what's going to happen, but let's see. The cities are playing a setup that I'm not really a big fan of, but it's like a bait setup on the boost and like a shoulder pick here. So when they start going in, he's gonna drop a molly there, try to spam and bait his bait towards here. But the thing is, like, he still has a smoke. So the idea is for him to smoke this and then bait for these guys. And Call is gonna go towards B. Now, how do you get into this side? Like, Rocky had that one flash, and you know they did get a favorable trade, and they got into the side off that one flash. Now, if let me go back, where did Brocky get that flash? I didn't see it in the thing. Now, you can clearly see that the positioning from Tassis was just terrible here. And he got flashed by that Brocky flash that's coming up right here. If you see it on the camera, I'm pointing it with my finger like you can see it. But that's the flash that gets Tassis and gets him killed. And then if he was on top first, or maybe like down here or something, this is a fairly easy round for Heroic. Now they don't know obviously that FaZe doesn't have the grenades or anything, but I'm just saying he was in a terrible spot here, and that flash probably I'm gonna slow this thing down. And you can see, oh, flash is right here. It's gonna pop, and look at where Tessus is facing. He's facing directly to the flash. He is fully blind, together with Rain, and I think he's gonna kill Rain. No, he's not gonna kill anyone. He's trying to go back. Rain is not blind. Twist is blind. Yabi gets 2 because Rain didn't spot him. And then Robs trades him, and it's a 3v3. So this is on Tessus. This is on Tessus. He got caught, but very single flash. Like, if he was in a better spot altogether, this is round for Heroic any day. Anyway, this is a... if they go for a retake. Yeah, they tried to retake, but they got nothing for it. So this is a force buy from Heroic. Now let's see what Kerrigan, where Cadian is going again for a banana pick. This is something you want to see. Like, if you have an AWP and if you have an AWP and some lesser guns and no utility, basically you see it here that they have only one flash left, no smokes, no grenades, no mollies, no kit. So you need to make sure that your best chance is being used, right? That's your AWP right now. And he's going for it. That's fair enough. He's going for it. Let's see if somebody gives him something. He was spotted and he rotates immediately. That's the perfect call. Now, once you get spotted early on, they have to use utility to chase you off because they think you're there, and that's you will get the signal when that happens. Obviously, you have the sound cues, so he decides to rotate and be present somewhere else. That's a good call from Cadian. I like it. There's nothing wrong with that, and they're just switching with 5 people on A, which is a very strange thing to do, but I understand the gamble considering the circumstances and the utility and everything. So they're going 5 people here. Now let's see what FaZe does. I don't understand what this was, but... and here we go again. This is the same thing happened for the 5th time in one half. 5th time. That Kerrigan is faster than his teammate, or his teammates are slower than Kerrigan. Now, first of all, they're going through 2 from Boiler. So they took holes, they cleared it. There is a smoke there, somebody's waiting. Okay. They got here. Let's see what happens here with the spacing. Now, the spacing right now is good, right? It's fine, right? Let's see where Brocky is. Brocky is here. He doesn't throw anything, so he might as well be closer to them. I don't know why he's not. But you can see Rain and Kerrigan are close to each other. Now I'm gonna go with the free look mode and see what happens there. Maybe I slow it down for you guys. So he's still like in a right position, like, and I don't understand what Brock is like. I want to see this. Why is he spotting this? Like somebody's gonna lurk there. They're not gonna lurk there. Just be closer, man. Twist is setting up for a flash, which is a flash for Kerrigan and Rain. And let's see what happens there. Smoke from Kerrigan. Okay. Flash from Kerrigan. Why is he not running in? That is super delayed and you end up dead. Now, the second thing is obviously Roki, who is, let's see what he does. Let's see what his role is in this one. He's watching flank. Like he's gonna save Twist if somebody flanks. He's still watching flank. Brocky should have been in middle. Or he should have been in boiler with Rain and Kerrigan. He was pretty much useless in this round. Like, if you see Twists right here, if somebody, like, you know, tries to flank, like, Brocky's not gonna save him. But nobody would try to flank that. Like, there's no reason for you to think that. It's just a bad decision and obviously bad spacing. Let's see how it looks like from Shush perspective once again. Remember in the first half we had Shush getting the double kill from the similar spot, right? Maybe I do it one more time. Where's Shush? So. There we go. This is what I'm talking about. Look at the distance between Rain and Kerrigan. And look at where Brocky is down there. He's basically not doing nothing. So that's one man less. And this is what I'm talking about. If Rain is next to Kerrigan when he jumps out, this is a trade 100% unless Tom kills him through the smoke, which is unlikely. But the thing is, like, if he swings with him, that's a kill. If he doesn't, he gets stuck in the door, he ends up dying. Robs is alone in holes and he can't do anything. And this is what I'm talking about. This is the small things. It makes you wonder what the hell are they doing on the practice again. Like, it just makes no sense to me. The eco round, we don't want to see that. Now they opted for 2 Galils and more flashes now. That's something that I like. Something that you need on Inferno. They get picked. And you can see that Heroic is switching to this setup on holes, which is a good idea, but yeah, they get killed. Like, the thing is, like, when this happens, like, this is fine. I don't mind this because they kind of who's left, who's right, and then they were in each other's way. Rain took advantage of that. He got out, and all of a sudden the round is over. Robs gets a kill on Storm, and it's a 2v2, but it's a hard 2v2 for Heroic, right? Because the positional advantage is just too much for them to win it, right? They're gonna probably try it. They should try it considering the money because they can buy in the last round. A bit slow for my taste, but they did try it, and yeah. And then the very last round, both teams with full guns. Something towards alt middle. Brock is defensively controlling Banana. It does look like another Holes pop. See how that looks like. They did decide to go for a Holes pop. This call is not bad. It's good as any. Okay, it's not really a hole. Okay, I see what happened. Okay, I understand. So the idea is to control a little bit banana and try to fake it as far. I think I saw on the radar smoke here and smoke there. But they did try to control middle, like bracket take to kind of cause any utility to be thrown back. And then two people are gonna run out holes. Yeah, one smoke here, one smoke there. And they try to go back, but I wish maybe... Let's see where the positions were from the T's. Let's see Robs. Oh, Robs is doing the small pit smoke, I think, from here. Yeah, he does the... I don't think you need to do this. They want to block off the... It looks nice, but I think there's no value in this. So basically, if Robs was closer, I would... What the hell? I would probably... What's wrong with my colors? What the hell? Wait. So basically, you know, you want Robs to be close to your mates. Like, what was that somewhere here? You know, aesthetically, it looks nice to throw the nades from here, and he's covering the boiler entrance and everything that's going on. Like here, if somebody doesn't kill them, they smoked off the long and faked like they want to take long control, and they walked out holes. But if Robs was closer to them, like, I wouldn't change this strat, but I would just change that Robs would be here, and then he just runs with them, because you can accomplish the same thing. It doesn't really matter, like, if you smoke this or not or that. It just doesn't really matter all that much, or only that. But extra body from holes would be a decent thing. Call was fine. Again, a little small tweaks, and that probably would work. In the second half. Two Berettas, 3 USPs, no kit. Okay, let's see what the setup is. Okay, this type of setup on CT is pretty much, I think... Okay. So basically, if they go B... Let me see if his twist is gonna go on the top first. Usually you would be on top first here. But it doesn't matter. Like, the idea is for if they go B, let's see, Rain drops a smoke, he drops a nade, and then he fights with Twist, who has Berettas, and you try to kill whatever you can. Brokey is here to kind of take the aggro on himself, and I think Robs is in pit covering short and helping holes, and Kerrigan is just spotting if they go in middle. Setup good as any, nothing crazy about that, nothing super, you know, super good, but it's like good enough. See, these are going for the whole spot. Watch Brokey. The smoke short. Smoke small pit. Flash there. Brokey kills one. Why did he go back? Why did he go back? No, that's a mistake. Because he had the cover of Carrigan, who's going to be running through the smoke, I believe, and Robs, who is going to be in pit. So basically what you need to do is just stay on balcony or jump into headshot. He decided to go back because he was a little bit greedy there. And just cost him around right there. Look at this, like, look at Carrigan. Carrigan is ready to go through the smoke. Let's watch it from here. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit for you. So you see the smokes are coming. It's a little bit of a weird smoke. But and then, you know, we have Robs in pit. Kerrigan is ready to push through the smoke, if you can see it right there. Brock is doing good thing right now. He's avoiding a flash, right? And he gets the first kill. Kerrigan decides to go through the smoke, I believe. You can see Kerrigan in the corner in the side. So right now, if you're Brokey, you just need to stay there or jump into headshots and you have a triple set crossfire. You don't need to do anything, right? Because if you swing forward, they can kill you without being exposed to Kerrigan, right? Who is, I can't even, yeah, who is right there. You can see it there. So basically, why can I do it like this? So he decides to go back and die. So Kerrigan, Robs is alone. Kerrigan is fighting alone. Now they're gonna swing there. Robs kills one, but it's very difficult for both of them because there is a molly going on, pushing Robs off. They're gonna trade him. They know trade is there. Rain gets a kill with a nade, but it's just very difficult right now. And it's a 2v2 in the post plant, and it's just very, very difficult. If Brokey stayed alive there, he fell back, it would be just enough time for Kerrigan to get into a spot, and it would be an easy round for FaZe. He decided to go back and do that. So, and Yabi just watched this 1v2, but there's like a low HP for both players, so it wasn't really that hard. Good clutch anyway. Oh, this is a good headshot. Now, what happened here is just he got the perfect spawn. And he's like, I'm gonna swing middle with an AK. There is a guy with a nade who's gonna help it out, try to catch anyone swinging. And you sacrificed 70 HP for that headshot. It's a good headshot though. And you neutralize Brokey there. Now you have to make a decision. If you are FaZe right now, you need to make a decision. Now, if what is it that you want to do? If I am whatever shot caller there, or if I'm the IGL coach, whatever, I just go and stack one side because we are already in a massive disadvantage. We have used a bunch of utility. We have 2 smokes left, 1 flash, 2 MP9s. It's very hard to win this round against 5 people. Despite this scout tag, so you either go A or B and hope for the best. If you lose the round, you still have guns for the next one, and maybe you can get something going. Let's see what happens there. I want to see what Cadian calls. So he calls insta B. Tessus is a little bit delayed, but he starts. Oh no! He went. No, this is what I don't like. This is what I don't like is the fact that he doesn't need to be there. Like, you are accomplishing nothing by watching that flank. Even if somebody flanks there, that by the time that he gets to this spot and he spots nothing or there, at that point he's gonna tell, nobody there, you can rotate with an extra person there, right? By the time that happens, you're already in B side, and your value as a lurk would be much better here with those flashes than here and catching somebody up. But anyway, just my understanding of this situation. They want to go towards B. They kill a couple of people, but they decide to go back because 2 of them are low HP. Now, if Tessus is here, they would probably go in, and it would be a right call because you can see where Twists and Kerrigan are. And it would be a decent call now because there are 3 there and 2 of them are low HP. They have to go back and kind of make this round more difficult than it actually is. Now, you can see Tessus is probably going to go forward here because... Or no, he's coming back. So I don't know what they're trying to do here, but... They're switching players with a low HP with a player who has full HP. Now there are 2 guys with 100 HP and only Stam there. So... Let's see what they call. They used a couple of grenades. Are they going in? No, they're just faking it for Yabi to go in. This is an okay call. Maybe Stam didn't have to go so deep, but they're coming back. And this is a weird ass timing. Now this is Counter-Strike for you, but it turns, and at this point the round becomes very, very difficult for Heroic. Very difficult because they made it so difficult with that unnecessary lurk on alt middle, right? And it's very difficult to win this round because you know that Robs is somewhere inside and it's Robs. He's gonna be good for a kill, and you don't know where rotation is coming from, probably delayed, but you still have to deal with Robs. And if he gets one, then you end up in a 1v2, and it's just a problematic round where it didn't need to be problematic. Oh, that's a good shot from Shush. Now even Kerrigan got that kill, so it was a 1v3 at some point. And Robs was swinging there. Now, many people will say, maybe he doesn't need to swing there. Maybe he can wait. Yes, I agree. Maybe he could have waited. Let's see. Come on. Faster. Okay. Maybe he could have waited. But I think it's a valid thing that he was swinging there because the attention was on Kerrigan. Probably the guy was aiming towards Kerrigan. He just hit a good shot, and I think Shush clutches this. But overall, it's a pretty difficult round for Heroic, like super difficult round. They managed to win it, and it's just a mess that doesn't need to be a mess. Now we are getting into the most crucial round of the match, and the round that decided the winner of this game, for me at least. Besides all the things that happened, previously. So you decide to go full buy. Now this is a mistake from so many reasons. So many reasons why this is not a good call, and this is the call that ended your game pretty much. The value for the risk against reward has no value for me, simply because yes, if you win this round, you break their money, you end up in a 10-10, 10-9 maybe, but it still doesn't get you all that much, right? If it's 10-10 and then you win this round, you go up 13-10, then yeah, it's fine. But it doesn't really get you that much, so especially because you have 1 Deagle, 2 Deagles, 2 FAMASes, and 1 MP9. You have 1, 2, 3 smokes, no kits, and nothing going on. And that's not even the biggest issue. The biggest issue right there is those are the rounds that you haven't practiced. 99%, right? Who practices this round? Nobody practices this round. So you're putting your team in a position to do something which they never did before, and they need to improvise, and you're 7-10 down, and you're playing a team that's very compact, that's very good in trading, that's not making too many mistakes in these best of ones. They're playing really good Counter-Strike, and you are hoping that you're gonna win those rounds. So you cannot win those rounds against teams like Heroic most of the times. You can win it against tier 2 opposition, against some of the lesser tier 1, I guess, like teams like maybe Liquid or teams like that. You can get it away with it, but against Heroic, against G2, against even Navi, you can't really make this work, right? Even Cloud9, that wasn't on this event, but you cannot expect to win this round against against Heroic. So it's just a very bad call right now. Let's see what they do. And on top of everything, they started in a very default way. So I don't know what they were expecting. They had Twists and Rain on B with a smoke nade and nothing else. Small Kevlars, no flashes. They have 1 flash on the CT side in the most important round of the half. So what happens here, they start with the default. Heroic is just playing the normal game. Yes, they do have 2 pistols because they kind of didn't expect this, but it's still a big advantage for them. Banana control. They try to do with the boost. This is a very common boost, very one-dimensional boost. Everybody's checking now these days. And all of a sudden you end up in a 5v4. So it's 4v5 if you are FaZe. And what do? You have no control of anything. Maybe you're spotting as a Kerrigan, you're spotting with an MP9. Robs is there with the FAMAS, and 78 Rain is there with the FAMAS, and Robs, sorry, is there with the FAMAS, and nothing else, no utility. You're spread all over the place. Brokey is rotating. You have no flashes. You can't do any kind of retake, so you must gamble, and I don't know if they're gonna do that. So let's see what FaZe does, or Heroic does. So it's grouping up. Stavn is a little bit on the flank with an AK, something that I don't really approve, but he's running back. Now this is the thing. Remember like how FaZe always likes to lurk. Brokey was lurking, Twists, Robs, and all these things. Now you have Stan who understands we are 5v4. I don't need to lurk anything. Or Cadian just called him, or whoever. Like it doesn't really matter. The decision is fine. He just joins the team. He's right there. We're just going in. Okay, they still smoked off. We're just gonna fall back. Let's see what the call is. We are clearing banana. Stam is again looking if somebody's pushing, but he immediately goes back. And they decide to go in some sort of a, what is it? A hole spot? Yeah, it looks like a hole spot. Now, FaZe is doing the right thing here. FaZe is doing the right thing by stacking the site. I don't understand why Brokey is here, though, when Carrigan has all these angles. Brokey should not be there. Brokey should be somewhere either here or there, right? Because you being here, Brokey, my man, you can't really do anything to help anyone. So he's still there waiting for... I don't know what is he waiting for. Okay, now he's turning his attention to this. But imagine if Brokey, instead of here, he was like there, or there, or there. But he can actually contribute into the crossfire to whatever is going on, right? And then we have... Heroic coming, and I want you to show you the difference in this hole pop. And when you like look at the hole pop that FaZe did in that last round, look at the spacing between these two teams right here. Now they're gonna come in. They have 4 people and only one guy, which is KDing with the flash and a P250. Look how close they are. They're just coming out really fast. Everybody knows what they need to look at, and they just clean up. And all of a sudden, your force buy went to shit. Now you just buy another type of few pistols. You just hope for the best. I don't want to see this. This is just a bad round. And all of a sudden it's 12-7, and then you end up in a position where Heroic has control of everything that's going on. They have the money. You are on your back foot. You still have a full gun rounds coming up, but it's 12-7. That's a position that you want to be in at all. Even if you started 4-1, you're just down 7-12. So it's just a little bit problematic for FaZe. Now let's see what they do. This is 3B. Brock is trying to get an opener, I guess. Oh, he's just waiting. Mid control from Heroic. But they got blocked off, so they decided to not go through. Now, okay, let me show you what happened here. The idea for Heroic was good. Like, they suspected that they're gonna start 3 people on B, so as a reaction to whatever is going on, and they need to get some control. So the call from Cadian was good, but they got blocked off, right? You see they're just trying to get in really fast. They spot something, get flashed, they got mollied, okay, back off, right? Back off, good call, reset completely. Now, the thing that you need to do here, where is Stam is here. So let's get back and try to get banana control, because we drained a little bit utility. Let's get back banana control. That's how we're gonna make the mid-round call later on and execute where we need to execute. So you can see them coming back, going back. Cadian is going back to banana. They're doing the mollies, flashes. Look how all of them are shifting towards banana right now. The primary goal is to take banana off FaZe right now and try to go in. Now, Cadian caught Rain reloading, I believe. Is that what I saw? Now, this is a confusion from FaZe, right? Brocky got there, he tried to do something. Let's see where. It's not. Rain is here, he tries to do something. Brocky is backed off. And then we have Rain and Twists. So they don't have banana, and Rain is reloading in the middle of the map. He gets caught, and it's a 4v5. Now the decision needs to come from Cadian. He says like, okay, let's fake a little bit. And then we're gonna go towards A. Now they already have, this is what I'm talking about. This is the set piece. Like, okay, I'm gonna, or set piece or just called from on the fly. Like, look at this. This is very important for you guys to understand, like, what the hell happened here, right? The call came in instantly. After they killed Rain here, the call came in instantly. Look at where Yabi is, I believe. Is it Yabi? Yeah, Yabi already has control of Boiler. He is there. He can hear everything that's going on. And Cadian makes the decision to go towards A. So they peek a little bit. They throw some grenades. They pull out whoever is at Brokey with an op to go back and help Twists. And you can see that Yabi is just getting super close to holes because he knows that Robs is not playing super aggressive. This is something that you can easily read Robs from. He is playing super aggressive on holes very early on in the round or not at all. So he understands that and he's just getting closer. And look at the positioning right now from the... They want to speed up on Cadian called Let's Go instantly. They smoke small pit. Let me see if I can... So they smoke this arch, small pit. I think this is gonna fly here, yeah. Look how close they are to each other. Stan gets a kill. Look at how close first two players are. And look where Yabi is. So it's very difficult to get a multi-kill against Heroic in this situation. They get over the side because of that fast call and the entry kill they got. So FaZe kinda made too many mistakes there, and against Heroic, if you make those type of mistakes, you are done. And they even chased down the guns after that. I didn't see that, but it doesn't really matter. But the fact that you know it. So 13-7, half by. You don't know what to do right now. And Heroic is controlling the map completely. Kind of banana control, not so much. Just playing it safe a little bit. Look how close they are to each other again. I think they're going to go for a bracket take here. They're waiting for some sort of reaction. They're not going to go through the smoke. They understand that it wouldn't be the best thing. They're doing the fade on the smoke. They're getting in slowly. They're not overextending anywhere. And the call has to be made right now. Kadian is watching banana. Two people are going long. Yabi is all the way in holes, I believe. Yeah. He does have a flash. Usually when people are going... long, you want to throw the flash like right here when they're like running in, but I don't know if they're gonna actually go. So they are actually going long. He dies there, which is a very unfortunate, but they decided to stick to it, right? They decided not to give up on the call. Tessus gets a kill on Robs. Tessus gets another kill and they get into the site. It was a bit dicey because Yabi died. Yabi died to Robson. It could be a problematic round, but Tessus got the 2 kills and they didn't stop at all. They just pushed forward and it's 14-7. Now this is the last chance for FaZe to make something happen. This is banana control from Heroic. They blocked it off with the smoke. This is very difficult for FaZe to actually do something through this smoke. And Pam is controlling banana by himself. Okay, they traded up for an AK. Cadian is looking for an AK. Oh yeah, they're getting some nades. So this is what you can do when you have unlimited money. Gotta get some more nades. And he picks up the AK. So let's see what he calls right here. A little bit of banana recontrol in a way. And FaZe is scrambling. You can see the FaZe doesn't really know how to set up their defense right here. So their defense is all over the place. Like there, one is here, one is here, one is there. So it's just, they're not really defending anything. They have no banana past this point. And they have no bracket at all. So they don't know what the hell is going on where Heroic is. So it's really a tough situation for them, especially because they have one smoke left at 1 minute and 7 seconds left. They do have a lot of flashes and they do have the AWP, so that's kind of positive thing. But right now their defense is all over the place. They have no idea what's going on and they're not controlling the game at all. Heroic is the one that controls the game. They try to retake banana, which is immediately countered with that molly. So they still have only top banana. Now I do believe Brokey is coming in to help for the retake of that. So let's see what happens here. And this is a good call. Okay, they're holding on to top of banana because that's what they have to do. 1, 2 kills, backing off completely. And it's a 3v5 now. Let's see what... This is now, Tessus is forced to go out here because they lost 2 people, 30 seconds left. Tessus is forced to make a play here. Even if he gets killed, the play is right. Like he was forced to walk out here and search for something. Now, I don't know what Kerrigan was doing here. This is absolutely a mistake by him because this position that you are in right now, if you want to jiggle, you can jiggle from, you know, here, or you can just take this angle right there and try to take a fight, because, and he decided to jiggle from here. I understand if you jiggle from here, you don't see the boiler, but you kind of, you know, have to take the fight then from here, because you kind of gave the free kill. It's not that Cadian is super sharp, and, you know, Tessus is much sharper player than Cadian. Probably gonna win that fight most times than not. So, see, he dies there, and then we had 2 players on A, and all of a sudden it's a 3v2, you know, in a favor of Heroic when it comes to the going into the site. Now the positional advantage is obviously on Robs and Twists, and they should be good for at least 2 kills here, and then have Carrigan, have a Rain and Broky finishing up the round. That should be the round how it should be played out, but the kills don't come at all. They were in a weird setup. I mean, it's not the worst setup, but it was a little bit weird setup from Robs and Twists, I believe. So, yeah. Robs should have got that kill, to be honest, on one of the players. And all of a sudden it's a 2v2, and all started with Carrigan dying, and then bad trade from the remaining A players, and it's a 2v2. Nothing here to see, and it's 15-7. And this is pretty much game over. Look at the money on FaZe, no kits, couple of 1, 2, 3, 4 smokes, no flashes, no op, 3 FAMASes. So it's you know, all Heroic needs to do is just be patient in this one to drain some utility and make a right call. Did Rain died? Then lost 100 HP to that point. Oh no. Now, if you always put the smoke in your feet, like not in front of you, but it's fine. I mean, he's probably frustrated at this point, and that's it. Now, let's see what Carrigan calls. See that Yabi is controlling halls. Again, when you're 15-7, this type of score line, and you're dominating the game, this thing allows you to make this kind of plays. If it was like 13-12, Yabi would probably be a little bit back. He wouldn't be going so deep. But right now, the confidence, and like I said, they're controlling the game, so he can do whatever he wants. So let's see what happens here. They have 3B, they try to gamble. So far it looks like it's gonna work, but let's see if Yabi is still pushing and pushing and pushing, and he calls people back, or Cadian calls people back. Now this is very, very problematic right now, because FaZe, Robs is gonna meet all of them, and he absolutely doesn't have a chance here. And the rotation is so far. I just wanna see how they go in. So they are speeding up right now. The rotation is trying to get back. And I want to see how they enter the site. Look at how close they are. Now, remember the difference between the round where FaZe was trying to get into mid. And now, I mean, it's a similar position. Shush was down in rain, and Robs is top porch. And look at the way they're going in. Look at how close they are. So Molly, probably a flash. Maybe not. Now, look at the position. I pause this immediately. So, if you can see it, remember when Carrigan was jumping in from boiler, or Carrigan was going into middle, and where Rain was, and look at the shushes compared to Tessus. Now, these are the things that are different, right? He's facing 2 people at the same time, right? And remember how Carrigan died twice or 5 times without people being behind him? And this is something that's, you know, these are the basics. How can you kill 2 people here? You cannot kill 2 people here. So I don't even know if he's gonna get one. So he gets one, he gets traded immediately. Look at the positioning from, let me see. Okay, Carrigan gets one, and then the round is pretty much over there. You have 2 smokes, Twist hits a good shot on Yabi, but it's still 2v2, very difficult to retake. And yeah, it should be it. They're playing it safe, nobody's repicking, nobody's ever extending. Okay, Stam did, but they picked together. And this is over. Like, this is over, and you can see how many things, how many bad things happen for FaZe in this map, how many basic things they were not doing correctly. Calls were not bad most of the times. You can, allow people to have bad calls, and it happened in the match. Every single match, you've had their bad calls. That people are playing counter to what you do, and it's fine. But so many basic mistakes in so many things that happened. People getting caught off guard, not trading properly, spacing was off, and it's like the utility was god awful for FaZe as well. It's just so many things that happened, and that were not being done right. So, like I said, it makes me think, makes me wonder what hell happens on those practices. Like, this is why I go back to the video that I made about coaching and the structure and the processes and the offensive analyst and defensive analyst and the head coach and all these things that need to happen for your players to, not make these type of mistakes. And this is major. This is the legend stage, round one, best of one, and you make so many of these mistakes. And it cost you a heroic one because they were the better team here, and you saw it, as you saw it why on this demo. So guys, I do hope this is something you liked. This is the second demo that I did. I got a lot of good feedback from the first one. And make sure you like and subscribe. It means a lot to me, so I can get the best reach for all the players and potential players that want to see something like this. Leave a comment if you feel like that I was wrong about something, or if you liked something that I said. Just make sure you leave a comment down there, and I will see you on the next one, the next interesting demo. See ya. All right, guys. Just want to remind you that 1xBet is an official partner of my channel, and if you're a gambling person, if you're over 18, make sure you go check it out. Use the code 1xKassad or Kassad1x. There is a link in the description, and you get up to 130 euro bonus directly from me. So go check it out and have fun. See ya.